Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. This morning, we got word that we are going to be getting a ban list here soon for Japan, and then obviously it'll move over to NA and EU. I really just wanted to put my thoughts out there of what I think is going to get hit and what are some not so obvious choices that are going to happen for them. So there are very obvious ones which you can see on the screen. However, I have another tab at the top that we'll look at a little bit later about why I think some things are also going to get hit. Hopefully this is a large ban list. You know, we've been waiting forever and things have kind of gone rampant. Also at the Grand Asian Open, we had a yellow vaccine top and also I think a Dorumon top. I don't think Dorumon's in danger of getting hit at all. However, yellow vaccine is, yellow vaccine has won, I think, a couple Grand Asian Opens, which is basically the equivalent of their regionals or their finals, right? So the ones at the screen are very obvious. You know, you have the two Ukomons and you have the Nume X and the Bonsai X. I don't want to go too much detail into those because they're very obvious. Everyone knows why if they get hit, everyone knows why they're going to get hit. So, for a quick explanation, the two Ukos give insane speed and tempo to decks that can either swarm your board or that don't have to evo into big stacks. The primary example is hybrids. Hybrids don't really want big stacks. They want to play their tamers anyway. And the Ukos provide them with insane tempo. Basically what tempo is another word for the speed of the game. However, it's kind of differentiated with gaming and things like that. It's really hard to explain without going really full detail into it, but basically it's the speed of the game. Like, you're keeping the tempo of the game fast. And by playing an Uko and a tamer, hybrids can keep the tempo fast, get value from their hybrids, get value from their Ukos, and just keep drawing and going at it. So the reason I have Patamon and Emissary of Hope here is because, like I said, they did win the Japanese Grand Asian Open, which is a very big deal over there. Winning so many of those tournaments is usually a very big, it puts a target on your back, so to speak. So I also don't think either of them are healthy for the future of Digimon. Usually anything that is so open-ended, such as Patamon being vaccine, can usually limit design space. Right, so whenever you're limiting design space in yellow, every time they create a yellow 4, they have to think, okay, if Patamon gets a free Evo into this Digimon, how bad is it, right? How free is it? How valuable is it? Same thing with Emissary. Every time they print a level 5, level 6, anything in yellow that has the vaccine trait, it's like, okay, how valuable is this to get into it for one memory? So that's about it for all of those. I think the real juicy part is going to be Mach and the next page I have. So some people are led to believe that they may hit Mach Galgamon. Mirage has been in the meta forever, since trainings got into the meta, and we got another line of support in BT13. The reason this one is so specific is because the attack target cannot be switched. So some people might say, oh, well, if you can't block it, just redirect it. That's not how it works, since Mach Galgamon specifically says he cannot be switched. You cannot Shoto Mother it. You cannot Magnamon block it. You cannot machine redirect. It just goes for your security. And the reason that's such a big issue is Mirage has a very big habit of hiding and raising until level 4. Or since this is a level 5 with a when attacking instead of a when digivolving. If it was when digivolving, it would be slightly different because you would have to move out as level 4 and then spend the extra 3 memory. When, let's be real, it's not 3 memory, it's 1 at most with trainings. But they can simply evo into raising in level 5, move out, trigger the when attacking. They have level 3s with jamming, level 4s with jamming, so they're not going to get killed. They're going to evo into their Mirage, and then they're just going to have a field day with your security. So that's kind of the most obvious ones. I think this ban list, we all expect some form of these to be on there. However, the real juicy part are these. So I know you may notice there is a lot of blue and a lot of yellow. Now, these are kind of my thoughts specifically. I've seen a few other people comment on these, but I don't think this is like a wide idea for the community. First up, Greymon X, unlimit the man. Greymon is in such a terrible spot right now. I think we can afford to give them some love back, right? Even with Greymon X antibody, I don't think they go crazy. I think they're a little bit better, but again, it's an X antibody deck, so you need a massive stack, you need tons of consistency, and most decks just are faster than you, so they don't really care and they just kill you before you get there anyway. Plus, you need tons of tamers, so. But I think we can give Greymon some love back. So the next three, so Kendo, Lobo, and Ancient Garurumon from all BT17, I think any of these could catch a stray, to be honest. Ancient Garuru has been terrorizing people, other than Numemon, of course. And it's just all three cards are insane value. They do have replacements. If Lobomon got hit versus the Kendo, we can make do. Or sorry, if Kendo got hit instead of the Lobomon, we can make do, right? We have other Kendos. It'll be fine. We won't get the win attacking into the Digi, but that's not that big of a deal. If the Lobomon gets hit, Ancient Guru is going to be in a little bit of a tight trouble, because then it'll have to go into more of a cross gameplay, so hard playing and then crossing for 6, or with the option crossing for 4, which isn't terrible. Ancient Garurumon himself is still a busted ass card, very good card, insane value everywhere. Koji is still great, so, but I do think one of these possibly might get hit with a stray hit. So the next one is Mirage. So this one's an interesting one. Mirage has been, like I said before, in the meta for a long time. Now, if Mirage gets hit, this one specifically, the deck dies, in my opinion. There is possibilities of using the old Mirage, which I think it's BT4. He has the Wind Digivolving. Not exactly, sorry, not the Wind Digivolving, but it's Wind Digivolving, you gain a memory for every 4 cards, but you don't get the bounce. You just get the immediate memory gain, which isn't bad. However, it's kind of, I don't know if I want to say that Bandai is reluctant to ban Mirage out. However, if they do not hit the Galgamon, and they ban the Numemon and the Ukomons and, even Ancient, we have a possibility of this meta becoming Mirage just running everyone over. Because, like I said before, Mirage can sit in Raising. It does not care about redirects. It does not care about blockers. Move out, kill you, kill you, kill you. So, yeah, if they hit the Mirage, I think the deck dies. I hope they don't hit Mirage. I think Mirage can be in a very good spot. There's a lot of good level 5s that it can, I don't want to say abuse, but, take advantage of, rather. And still be decent, right? I think Mirage is a very good blueprint for decks should be able to live past a couple metas and a couple formats without, coming out, being really good for a format, and then just disappearing because of power creep, which I'm glad Mirage has not died and done that. However, if everything else gets banned out, what's going to control it, The next two are my personal things. Just ban these cards. These cards are so unhealthy for the game. I don't think they should exist. So, like, no one plays green anyway. Like, Bloomlord's dead anyway. I don't think Zephyr is going to play this card anyway, because it has free Evos. The next two, Blinding Ray and Gravity Crush, I think free memory is very bad for the game. And I know you might say, oh, but you're trashing a security. Oh, you're losing 2 memory anyway. Yeah, but with the type of cards that we have nowadays, going into the Burning Greymon from BT12 on a Takia with a security attack, popping a Gravity Crush, popping 2 Atomic Infernos, swinging, 5 checks at 30k. Not that healthy of a game. Which brings me up, I don't think Atomic Inferno should be hit. I know some of you are going to say Atomic Inferno should be hit. It's balanced. These 2 cards can suck it, though. The next 2 are kind of in the same league as these 4. I think hitting a Thomas would be semi-okay, because Mirage, 1, they need a Thomas for the burst mode bounce. They would have less access to ways to OTK. So, like, and what I mean by that is, the way Mirage burst mode OTKs is they have different ways to give you an extra card, right? So the first one is a bounce. They bounce it, say you have 8 cards, they digi, they bounce it to your hand, they swing, they get to remove it, which unsuspends, right? Other ways for them to do that is either playing one of the Thomases to give you free unsuspends, or they can play the three cost Galgamon, who says both players draw a card, and they have to keep those up to OTK you, right? So without a Thomas, you would have less consistency going into burst mode for free because you only have 4 in the deck, or 5 if it's restricted. And also you have less ways to actually unsuspend yourself. So the next one I don't think is going to get hit at all. However, I have seen a lot of talk about it. It's the Mother Shoto situation where he gives blocker to a 15k completely immune body. Some people think it's going to be choice restricted. I definitely don't agree, because it doesn't break the game. There are ways to get around Mother. Digimon are very massive these days. If you block it, you'll die. And like hell, play Mirage, just don't be interactable and just hit security, you know what I'm saying? So overall, those are kind of these are my personal additions to a list, and these are they have to be hit, right? They're going to be hit somehow. I guess in addition, I would also say that if they hit this Galga, they might unlimit the other one. And some people might think, oh, well, what's the difference? They both unsuspend. The difference in when they were hit and why, the other Galgamon was hit because he provided a bounce, and he also provided a very good unsuspend. The reason that is okay now is because we have a blocker type format. Not right now, not yet, because Uko and all that stuff. However, if Uko and Nume and Patamon are banned out, what becomes the meta? You have Ancient Garuru, you have Mirage, you have Dorumon, and you have Magna, right? There's other decks, of course. I'm not saying those are the only good decks, but those are the decks that people are going to be playing to win. Dorumon has blockers. They're just going to set up their board and look at you, and then they're going to block, free Evo, delete your shit. Magnamon is a big blocker. Armor Purge. Can't remove it. That is why how do I explain this in layman's terms? The other Mott Galga has no way around those, which is why it would be healthier now. Because they can get their unsuspend, that's fine. However, they can't get around the big ass body. So what are they going to do? Yeah, sure, they can swing twice, but what does that do? This Mott Galga gives the unsuspend and also makes it so you cannot be switched. There is something very important. I might make a whole video on this. Not really like a video, but like a 2-minute, 3-minute like conversation. The reason this ability is so broken by itself is because there is no interaction with it at all. Some people might say, oh, but what about being unblockable? This is not the same as being unblockable. This is saying you cannot redirect me or you cannot block me. It's okay to do one or the other. It's okay not to be blockable, but be able to be redirected, because things do that. And it's also okay to not be redirected and be blocked. However, this one denies both of them, so you get your OTK anyway. And another reason it's really, really fucking good is it's a win attacking instead of a win digivolving. If it was a win digivolving, Mirage players would have to push out at level 4 and go into their combo, which for Mirage, it wouldn't be that big of a deal anyway. They have tons of memory gain and trainings and yada, yada, yada. But since it's a win attacking, they don't have to worry about wasting the win digivolving. They can go into their level 5 and raising, play their, searchers, play their trainings, play their Thomases while you fuck off. And then once they're ready, they push out at their level 5, start swinging, and they kill you. So, and for some other interaction on the restricted list that I'm sure some people are talking about, Dorugraemon ain't coming back. That card is disgusting. Would Alpha be great without it or with it? Maybe. OTK tends to not be healthy, so especially when it's consistent and has tons of search power and memory gain. Mirage and Alphamon are very, very comparable, that they have tons of search power and they have tons of memory gain. So Dorugraemon ain't coming back, boys. Sorry. But I think that's it for this video. I wanted to make it's a bit longer than I expected at 15 minutes. So if you skipped around, I understand. I just wanted to throw my thoughts out there because I know everyone and their mother are thinking about it. So here's mine. I'm sure there's other cards that can be hit. I'm sure there's other cards that people don't like, but like I said, these are 100% expected. And then these are kind of like my 2 cents, my personalized 2 cents. So hope you guys had a good one. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.